Hello YouTube people, it's Wednesday here on GenderqueerChat. I'm Gabby, and today's topic is... Alright, so this is a topic I really had to think about, and, in terms of how class and privilege really do affect, gender non-conforming people, or people who are outside the binary, or people who are transitioning, genderqueers, everybody alike, and I kind of realized, even for myself, it's something that I think a lot of people kind of take for granted and don't really notice how your class and privilege do really affect the whole process for you. Like JT said, having the privilege to be able to access information readily and having the privilege to have the money or even the resources to borrow money to have surgery or hormones or whatever you need is a privilege in itself that I feel, even if it's hard, but we can do it, that a lot of people aren't afforded, and it's definitely a struggle for those who are in either lower working classes or just working class in general. It can be hard for anybody, despite how much you make, but for some people it's just not even a reality. But while those that are out there who can afford to pay for things on their own, or who have family that is supportive and will help them be who they need to be and live as how they really are, there is a whole other portion of people, not just who can't monetarily afford it and are less privileged in means of how much money they have or the ability to borrow money. There's a whole other demographic of people who have the privilege and have the class, but are still not able to be themselves or change themselves how they need to be. And let me explain. I know plenty of young people who identify as trans and genderqueer or any other non-gender conforming label who are teenagers, 15, 16, 17, young adults, even 20 to 25, who have the privilege in the class and are afforded a lot of great opportunities in life, but either don't have the support or don't have the means necessary yet due to age that allow them to be who they are or change themselves how they would be most comfortable at a certain age in life. There's a large surge in, I feel, even this younger generation, my generation, and younger than me, who know who they are and know how they would like to live and how their bodies would be most comfortable, whether that includes surgery or hormones or even simple things as a change in wardrobe, that they come from families who love them and have the money but are not supportive, and or even not even that they aren't supportive but think they know what's best and that their child or relative should wait, and the waiting game can be the most painful for a lot of people. And a lot of some young people are not at the age where they can even legally work, or some people, like myself, are in school and have no money because of school, or some people aren't out, or some people have jobs that don't allow them the time to take time off of work, or don't allow them the enough hours to make the money to have the necessary surgeries or have the necessary means to do whatever they need to do to feel better about themselves. And but this is part of class and privilege, and you can have all the class in the world, but you're also your age and your demographic, and if you're out, and your support system also affects these things too. So while where you come from and your class and your privilege can definitely make or break your hopes of transitioning or surgery, it's not the only factor, because you can have a family who has can afford you every luxury in the world that you could ever want, but if you are of a certain age group and they don't support you, or they don't agree, or they aren't going to help you, it can still be the same as someone who has nothing, and just they might have the most supportive family in the world, but they just can't afford it. And I guess it's where you take it into your own hands. You can't, while it can affect all these things, class and privilege and age can affect what you do and how you fix your own body for yourself, some people just have to do it themselves. While class and privilege can help, especially as a young person who relies on their family for most of their monetary life needs, really, it can also at the same time mean nothing, because just because you have the class and the privilege doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be given anything. And really, ultimately, the key is hard work. And really, if you aren't afforded these luxuries or don't have the support system that will just help you out in terms of being you, then really you have to make who you are and make what you want from your own two hands and for you and nobody else. So I think that's the end of my little spiel on class and privilege. Hope I didn't ramble too much, but yeah, hope the rest of you are having a great day, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.